Hey, what's going on, Bingers? Binge Pulse here, back again with another video. This one's going to be doing my Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 12 predictions video, Walk With Us. So, we finished last week's episode with the attack on Alexandria. The Whisperers basically burned down the whole joint. So, with the information that we've seen, like the sneak peeks and the opening minutes, which, by the way, they give way too much information out. I miss the overall just not knowing as much what's going on. But I mean, I get it. They want the viewerships back. They know they got to keep the show afloat. I get it. But I mean, people like me are going to watch it regardless. I don't care. I can wait. But nevertheless, with the information that we've got, I think Alpha's a goner. Yeah, Negan's totally going to kill her in this episode. I mean, it's the writing's on the wall. But there was a new clip that came out yesterday with the aftermath. So we basically know that the survivors, Daryl, Carol, and the rest of the Hilltop, they were defeated. We don't know how they fled, which, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're just going to probably run away. They'll split up, kind of like the in the Woodbury, the final battle with the governor. It'll probably be something similar to that, but they'll meet probably in Alexandria. But anyways, the clip though shows Negan walking around with Lucille, and he actually bashes one of the red shirts in the episode. The guy was freaking burnt, lost his arm. I mean, it was brutal. But Alpha gets mad because he kills him instead of having him turn into a zombie, which that was a pretty cool little side thing that you wouldn't expect them to add into the show. It kind of shows like, hey, like, yeah, we lost a lot of walkers. So, well, actually, I don't know. What do they call them there? I forget what the Whisperers call them. But anyways, we find out her motives is actually to find Lydia. And from what it seems like, she probably wants to kill her. It's basically like kind of that, if you're not with me, you're my enemy. Yeah. Comment down below and tell me what quote that came from, if you're a true comic book nerd. But well, technically it came from a movie, but you get it. We all intertwine comic books, movies. I mean, come on, let's be real. Anyways, so at that point, you can see it in Negan's eyes. He's like, "Oh no, you're not. You are not getting Lydia." Like you could tell, like this, Lydia is basically the glue of basically Negan staying good. I feel like Lydia and Judith. That brings Negan's humanity to where he could still be this dark character, but also a good character. And I'm really excited how this episode is going to turn out. I've got a good feeling that it's going to turn out. It's going to satisfy a lot of people, and there's going to be people like, oh, they just went there. I think it's also going to intertwine more with other characters. I'm talking about Alpha's death. It's not just going to be Negan just casually killing her. Like, I feel like there's a plan. I believe Carol's the one who freed Negan, which I like, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't build up more of the two characters between each other. I mean, we have yet to see Carol and Negan interact. So I kind of hope that they do a flashback at some point showing like something that why did Carol decide to let Negan go? If you've never interacted with the guy, why do we just let him go? I mean, you could say, oh, well, it's convenience, for the characters because they're both, the way they are. But in a writer's standpoint, I mean, you got to look at it as, okay, we want to satisfy our audience, but at the same time, what drives Carol into freeing Negan? There's got to be an explanation. She hasn't seen what we've seen Negan do. You know what I mean? So all she's had is just word of mouth. Oh, he bashed Glenn and Abraham's head and, he was the leader of this group. Okay, that's cool, but that doesn't mean anything. That, if anything, that's more fearful. Like, okay, this guy can actually leave and create another community to destroy, Alexandria and the Hilltop, kind of like what the Whisperers are doing all along. But regardless, it's still going to be badass. I mean, I'm excited for it, you know, and I know Angela Kang's she's got something up her sleeve. She's not just, she doesn't do too many plot holes. Everything kind of intertwines. So I'm excited for it. As far as with Aaron and Negan, we did get that one clip with, you know, he bumps into Negan, you know, out in the wilderness. As far as those two, I think we're going to get closure by the end of the season with those two as far as being friends. I don't think they'll ever be friends, but I think Aaron will have more of an understanding of Negan. It'll either go that way or Aaron will end up getting killed off. I don't want him to, because I feel like he's basically Rick in the comic books, without being Rick. He doesn't have a huge role in the show, which, I mean, I'm disappointed because I feel like Ross McQuaid or whatever his last name is, the guy who plays Aaron, you know, he's a great actor. I think he can hold a huge portion of the show. Because, yeah, I mean, if we had lost Daryl and Carol, and we're losing Michonne, you know, Aaron would be one of the forefront characters. It'd be Negan, Aaron, and Ezekiel, and Father Gabriel. I mean, hell, Rosita too, I guess. But, yeah, those would be like the Fantastic Five. So, but, yeah, as far as, you know, I guess the layout of the episode, they're going to lose the battle. They're going to flee. Whisper's going to come in and just go through the aftermath. Beta's going to look for Lydia, as that sneak peek showed. Negan's basically going to be like, all right, how am I going to kill this nutcase? Lurs, I think I don't know, he might... Either he's going to find Lydia and he's going to lure her. No, he's not going to do that. That ain't going to make sense. He's basically going to lure Alpha into saying, hey, I found Lydia. He's going to bring her in that room, and then Carol's going to be waiting. At some point, Carol and Negan spoke to each other and said, hey, we got to meet here. Like, get Alpha and then meet her here. Or we'll meet here, and then boom. That's what's going to happen. Either that or he's going to do it all by himself because he's like, yo, you're not killing Lydia. Like, Lydia is awesome. You know, she's the further story of The Walking Dead. You can't do that. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be glorious. You know, I can't wait. He's totally going to freaking chop her head off. He's going to be like, wait till the team sees this. It would have been Rick, but, you know, we lost Rick. Where's Rick? Man, I miss that guy. This show would be 10 times better if he was still on it. But anyways, tell me what you guys think. Episode's coming out tomorrow, so hurry up and get your predictions out there. Like and subscribe, and just remember, keep on binging.